Hi, I'm Fefe Dobson.
Hello, bitches. Welcome to the deep dive on Fefe Dobson. I first discovered Fefe Dobson by watching Degrassi. Nothing is more Canadian than Degrassi. Like I mentioned previously, I didn't grow up on her music until I was a teenager, but I'm a big fan. My favorite songs are Everything, Bye Bye Boyfriend, Stuttering, Take Me Away, Legacy, and Recharge My Heart. Felicia Lily Dobson was born on February 28, 1985 in Scarborough, Ontario. She was raised by a single mom and she has an older sister. This older sister would definitely influence Fefe's taste in music.
I love music so much. I've always loved it, and it went from music theater to rock and roll to pop, everything. And my mom played a lot of music, so it was like Bob Marley, Phil Collins, Depeche Mode, Lisa and the Cult Jam, Jody Watley, went on. And so that side I got to hear a lot of the pop stuff, like she played Michael Jackson, Janet and stuff, and I got to hear that. And then my sister, who's 8 years older than me, she was in her room rebelling, listening to Guns N' Roses and Nirvana, and only Boyz II Men when she was having a breakup. But I remember being a kid and listening to Guns N' Roses outside her door because she wouldn't let me in. So I just had my ear pressed against the door. And I remember Axl Rose just holding that one note at the end of Don't Cry. And I remember thinking, oh my God, that note is never gonna end, but it's amazing. And it just caught me. I think the reason why I gravitated so much towards that genre was the energy and just that I could be rebellious and get all those feelings out inside of me. I grew up in a really kind of weird situation, so I
What feelings were kind of brewing?
Yeah, just like anger, frustration. I've always just had so much in me that I've always wanted to just express, and I felt that the music I'm doing for me really helped me do that.
So music was really your outlet?
Oh, it was everything. It was like my way to survive. It was like born into a weird, uncomfortable situation growing up, but I was given this. To me, it feels like a gift when we're given something that is special to us, and it saved my life.
When she was 11, Fefe started sending demo tapes to record labels in North America. 2 years later, she started playing piano. Before she was signed, people at the labels would call her Brandy Spears, a clear reference to both R&B vocal bible Brandy Norwood and pop princess Britney Spears.
They nicknamed me Brandy Spears because I'm a black girl and with a pop voice, and I guess that meant really a white pop voice.
So Fefe actually wanted to make music that sounded something closer to Avril Lavigne. That's the closest comparison I can really draw to what Fefe actually wanted for herself, sound-wise. So at 13, Fefe started writing her own songs. When she was 15, she played a showcase for Island Def Jam. Within 30 seconds, she had a record deal. Her self-titled debut album was released on December 9th, 2003. Singles from that album were Bye Bye Boyfriend, Take Me Away, and Everything.
Are you a fan of pop music? Because there's a little bit of pop in there, too.
Yeah, I'm a fan of all music. I love Michael Jackson. I love NSYNC. I went to every single NSYNC concert in Toronto.
And Take Me Away actually was about Justin Timberlake.
From the start, the comparisons to Avril Lavigne were heavy. Gotta pause here. The year is 2003, which means that Avril has been doing what Avril's been doing for a year. Very successfully, but Fefe is just starting. So Avril started first. When it came to the comparisons, Fefe was always cool about them though. She knew she and Avril were so different, she just focused on her own music and still managed to strike up a friendship with Avril.
I wanted to know what you thought of other rock chicks like Fefe Dobson.
And I'm friends with Fefe.
Oh really? We had her on the show recently.
We speak on the phone. It's cool. She's also from Toronto and that's where I live.
In 2004, things started picking up for Fefe. She was the opening act for Justin Timberlake's European tour, which is cool because she once went on TRL and talked about how much she liked NSYNC. We love a full circle moment. In April 2005, she was nominated for 2 Juno Awards, basically the Canadian versions of the Grammys. She was nominated for Pop Album of the Year and New Artist of the Year. She lost to Avril Lavigne and Feist. So later that year, Fefe released a single called Don't Let It Go to Your Head that failed to chart. By 2006, another single called This Is My Life also failed to chart, so she was dropped by Island Records. Island Records, after dropping her, officially canceled her second album, Sunday Love, although Sunday Love would eventually be released in 2012. The album title came from her mom's stripper name. Despite these setbacks, Fefe didn't quit. Her background vocals can be heard on Start All Over by Miley Cyrus, a song Fefe also co-wrote. Everyone say thank you, Fefe Dobson. More Disney Channel connections came when Selena Gomez covered Fefe's song as a blonde on the album Kiss and Tell. Now I have some direct quotes about this time in Fefe's life. When asked if she was properly credited for these contributions, Fefe said, "I was just stoked. I was stoked these songs were finally out, to be honest. And I had met Selena around that time, and she was adorable and absolutely a sweetheart. I was cool with it. And I met Miley, and she was rad. They were super cool chicks. They're super cool ladies. Well, they weren't ladies then. They were girls. They were very young, but they were just talented. Now, if they were not so cool, then maybe I would have felt some sort of way, but I didn't get any weird vibes from them at all." So yeah, Fefe was just happy to have her music out there. By 2009, she was mainly just doing random performances to keep her name out there. Her third album, Joy, was released on November 22nd, 2010. Singles from that album were Stuttering, Ghost, and Can't Breathe. Later in 2010, she co-wrote Round and Round for Selena Gomez. Again, everyone say thank you, Fefe Dobson. On January 22nd, 2013, it was announced that she had started working on a new album. It was supposed to be called Firebird. One single called Legacy was released, and it even got a music video that's pretty cool if you want to go watch it, but the overall project was cancelled. In early July, Fefe got engaged to a rapper named Yellow Wolf. I think his real name is Michael. So although they were engaged for 4 years, they got married on September 27, 2019 in Nashville. They separated but never fully divorced. Their relationship has had its ups and downs, but they're still together now.
Can we talk about you and Yella for
Of
a
course,
little bit?
yeah.
Okay, how you guys have been together for how long now?
Off and on. 15 years.
Can you tell us a little bit about that ride, that journey?
Hi. Well, I met him when I was 25. He was 30. And I think he just got signed to Interscope and or Shady. And no one ever tells you. Well, we met at the Fantasy Factory, Rob Dyrdek's spot. And
That's some lore right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no one ever tells you like being with another artist is it's a lot. It's a lot because they're dealing with their own things, and you know he's a man in the industry, a good-looking man, and I'm a woman that at this point at 25 I'm like I'm ready for something serious, which was probably because I had started so young that I lived, I'd lived this life in the industry, and he was just starting, so he was getting his wiggles out when we started dating. So we went through.
Did you guys ever fully divorce?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I didn't know.
No, I couldn't do it.
Oh.
I mean, we'd always threaten to do it and be like, "Oh yeah, oh send me the papers right now," and no one would do it. And he always makes jokes too because he's always like, "What am I gonna do? Your name's on my face," because it's like Fefe across.
In 2022, Fefe was asked, "When you look back at the last 20 years, what are your major takeaways when it comes to sustaining a career in music on your terms?" In which she responded, "I would tell my younger self everything's going to be okay. It's okay that you're different. Stay focused, be patient, and just don't stop. Keep going." One of my favorite quotes is by John Lennon. It's, "Life is what happens to you when you're busy making other plans." And I've lived by that because every time I think I know exactly the path, life takes me on a completely different route, and I'm fine with that because I've learned so much from it, and I believe that life's about living and learning. On September 29, 2023, her fourth album, Emotion Sickness, was released. Singles from that were Fucking in Love, Recharge My Heart, Hungover, and I Can't Love Him and Love You Too. In 2025, she was an opening act for Avril's Greatest Hits tour for random dates in the US and then being there for most of the dates on the Canadian leg of the tour. Fefe hasn't released any music in 2026, but she is still doing the festival circuit, so she's still performing, which is good, which means that she's still around. And I love that for her because she is one of my Canadian faves. Dare I say she's the most underrated Canadian fave that I have. But yeah, this has been the deep dive on Fefe Dobson.